What's good, YouTube? Smiles here again, back again with the new series, Pokemon Showdown with Strangers. So, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys that when I was recording the Showdown episodes, I didn't realize that my computer wasn't recording my microphone. So, all the audio you hear is going to be most likely post, and I apologize for that, but I'll try to make it seem as interesting as possible. But no, I want to go on and put a disclaimer on this real quick. I am by far no stretch of the imagination, Pokemon professional, battler, whatever. Like, this is my first time ever actually battling online, and I've never done Showdown, so I figured this is something new, and I want to experience this with you guys. So, let's go on and get started with the battle. I do believe that that's right. I started with Semi-Seer. My bad, I cannot read right now. So I remember my plan was to try to set up with Nasty Plots and try to at least get Semi-Seer's special attack up. But then I remember that this thing did not have the best of moves. So I remember the leftovers and Signal Beam, and this thing hit me with a Side Shot. My biggest concern was just trying to sweep, especially with me being at +2. We were able to get down to Mushrana, and then the Umbreon came. The Umbreon completely demolished me with Foul Play because it outsped me. So I decided to bring out Gardevoir. Gardevoir with Mega. I do remember somebody telling me that when Gardevoir Mega evolves, its moves become all Fairy types. So I decided to use Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice, thinking it would destroy the Umbreon in one hit, didn't necessarily work out for me. So I decided to have to take it out with 2 shots and got some damage off Gardevoir. Then the Volcarona came. So I remember thinking, okay, I have to take Gardevoir back and bring out Landorus and try to at least kill it with the Stone Edge. I remember crossing my fingers that Stone Edge was going to hit, but then he withdrew the Volcarona and brought out Whiscash. And just so happens the Stone Edge hits, but it doesn't do any damage to the Whiscash. So I remember I had to bring back Landorus and put out Tornadus. The Whiscash used Waterfall, and I was completely demolished. And guys, I'm not going to lie to you, doing post for this is really hard. But I do remember that I kept air slashing because I was just trying to get flinches. I know playing for hacks is really cheap, but I do remember that I was just trying to use the flinches so bad. But then that was the end of that battle because the dude forfeited. But next battle, we have Poliwrath versus Golurk. I do know that Golurk is weak against water types, so I decided to bring out Skarmory, and I get hit with a Hydro Pump that takes almost 40 plus more damage. I wanted to set up Spikes, and I wanted to set up Stealth Rocks just to get some chip damage off. And I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. I'm trying to watch this with you guys, and I get burned. Another one of us. I got burned, and I was going to try to use Brave Bird, but then with the Skull damage and the Hydro Pump damage, Skarmory was taken out real quickly. Next, I decided to bring out Probopass, because I remember Probopass had Volt Switch. So I thought that I would be able to outspeed it, but realizing that Poliwrath was faster, I lost my Probopass before I can use Volt Switch. I bring out Golurk because I know that Ghost is immune to fighting. So I decided to use Ice Punch just to try to see if I can get a freeze off and get some chip damage. But then Poliwrath decides to use Rain Dance. I'm sorry guys, I know I'm probably sound like I'm rambling right now, but I'm trying to hurry up and get this video, the audio for this video recorded, because I have to be somewhere real soon, which I know really isn't a good excuse. But I do know that this team that I was given, because no, I'm playing this on random. I haven't built my team just yet. So I was basically given what I was given and trying to work with it. So I figured that's probably good for me to like at least start off with and get used to the higher gen Pokemon than Gen 1 and 3. But I do see that the Stealth Rocks did pay off because it ended up taking the Moltres down 50%. And then I do know that with the Rain Dance that the Poliwrath set up, my Steam Eruptions also boosted. So I basically just use Volcanion, Steam Eruption, and just try to sweep as much as I can. At this point, I do believe that the Swellow gave me a problem, if I remember. I think my memory is just really bad, you guys. So the Swallow uses Yawn and the rain stops. I remember switching out Volcanion because I didn't want to go to sleep, so I bring out Hippowdon, who's super effective against it. Not knowing that Swallow can use Ice Beam, I decided to use Earthquake and try to kill the thing in one hit. Okay, so besides my very, very high rambling, if you guys are enjoying this series and are actually wanting this to continue going on, please drop some likes below because all support is greatly appreciated and it helps me figure out what you guys like. It helps me gauge what series is working and which series isn't working. I'll try to focus more on the ones that are working more than the ones that aren't. And I'm pretty sure you guys are probably yelling at me, writing a whole bunch of comments down below saying what I could have did, what I should have did, what I should have traded out to. Because I'm letting you guys know there are a lot of battles that I recorded that I did lose just based off of pure stupidity. And also because I don't really know. I'm not a professional battler. I'm learning. So I try to do as much as I can. I try to whirlwind out the Landorus. And you know what? I'm going to actually make sure I remember to actually make sure my audio is on for the next showdown because this post is kind of awkward. So my last Pokemon is Volcanion. Volcanion is literally like my last hope at this point. The Toxic I do believe takes out this Manaphy. No, it leaves it at 3%. Thanks to Manaphy using Surf and me being... Wow. Well, you guys are watching this. And I do lose this match due to the Earth Power from the Landorus. So right now we're 1-1. We have Pidgeot versus Sharpedo. I remember I tried to get chip damage. I tried to get a clean switch in for my Doublade. Honestly, I will say that Showdown is actually more fun. I forgot who actually suggested this. It was one of the subscribers on the channel. I'm trying to remember your name right now, and I apologize if I do not remember. But thank you for recommending Showdown, because right now this is probably the most fun I've had on the series so far. And for some odd reason, whenever I do Showdown, I always end up fighting Manaphy's. I don't know why. I feel like Manaphy is like the bane of my existence right now. Because this thing is like annoying to try to take down. That, and for some odd reason, Landorus. See a lot of Landoruses. So back to the point of the battle. This battle was extremely difficult because I felt like the Manaphy was stalling. It was using Recover a lot to try to get damage back from the Toxic. And then for some odd reason, the audio went away. The in-game audio went away during the battle. So, I will say this is one dumb mistake I made. I thought you could double layer on Stealth Rocks, like how you could with Poison Spikes. But then I ended up winning because the person I was battling was inactive. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like below and have a good one. Later.